Well, summertime's coming and everybody's going to want to get out and ride something. Well, today I've got a really cool scooter for you that kind of surprised me. It's from Caroma and it's just called the C1. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and I've looked at a couple of products from Caroma in the past, and when they asked me about this one, I looked at it and I went, it looks a little different than what I'm used to seeing with these scooters. It's got a little bit more aesthetic to it. And, well, mine is orange, and they come in a couple of different colors. If you want the orange one, by the way, you have to buy it on their website right now because it's not available on Amazon. Just the other, I think it's gray and black. And on their website, it's $699. If you buy it on Amazon, you know, one of the colors that are available, it's saying right now that if I ordered it today, it would arrive on June 13th. It's listed at $499.99. Shipping and handling is free, and the total cost after tax is only $533.74. So if you really want the orange one, you can buy it from their website, or you can wait for it to come back on Amazon. I'm going to put a link down in the description for you directly to it on Amazon. Since I've already filmed the unboxing and riding on this thing, I know this video is going to be a little bit longer, so let's get right into the specs on this. Directly from the Caroma website, it says it's a 500-watt electric scooter for adults up to 30 miles and 25 miles per hour. So I assume they mean 30 miles range. Now, I haven't ridden this a full 30 miles. I've ridden it about 10 or 15 miles, and it's still got about half the battery left on, so that sounds pretty legit. 10-inch pneumatic tires. It has app control, LED display, and dual brake system. So yeah, they're saying for the range, 34 miles, 499 watt hours, 6 to 8 hours with the smart battery management system. Now, one of the graphics on here says powerful hub motor, 800 watts. Well, it's actually 500 watts, but they have 800 watts as peak power for this. You also have to remember with scooters, electric skateboards, and electric bikes, they often will test these with a 165-pound rider in perfect conditions, you know, no wind, no hills, and that kind of stuff for range. So your mileage may vary is basically what it comes down to. I weigh 195, so I'm getting pretty close to 30 miles if I extrapolate. They use a magnesium alloy integrated frame, triple light system. So you got turn signals, you got a brake light, and you've also got a headlight, and the brake light flashes. Dual braking system, so they're using disc brakes in the back and electric brake in the front. It isn't the smallest of scooters. This graphic shows you the measurements on it. Now, these are 10-inch pneumatic tubeless tires that are on this, and they perform really, really well. Tubeless, that means there's just no tube in there. That also means that they resist punctures better. They're kind of self-healing. I haven't had any problems with these. They're not as knobby as some of the off-road stuff that I've seen, so it's kind of like more like an urban terrain type of wheel. It works great on asphalt or a little bit of urban terrain. Okay, and then a little bit lower down here, they say the load capacity on this is 300 pounds. Now let's keep in mind, when they say the load capacity is 300 pounds, that means that the frame on this can handle that. If you're 300 pounds trying to ride this scooter, it's, you know, you're not going to get the performance out of it, obviously. Range 30 miles, charging time 4.8 hours. The battery is a 48-volt lithium-ion battery, and the total weight on this is 46.3 pounds. Of course, I'll put the direct link to their website on there, just in case there's some specs and stuff on there you don't see on Amazon. And the one that they have for Amazon was sent by them, so I am not an Amazon affiliate. Their links are like Link Genie or something like that. I don't mind. I don't mind putting their link in there because I don't have a dog in the hunt, as they say. So it's not my affiliate link. Somebody brought that up in the past saying, well, that sure is an affiliate link. Well, it's not mine, so I don't know. Oh, also, this scooter has Bluetooth, and it has an app, and this app adds functionality to this thing. You can turn off well, you can make it so it's zero start, so you just stand on it and hit the throttle instead of having to kick it. You can use theft control. There's a anti-theft thing on there. And other features that add functionality to the scooter. I don't have a lot of time in this video to go over the whole thing, but it works, and it's nice that it has that. One thing about this scooter is it is packaged way better than any other scooter I've gotten, unless we're talking about those, you know, the big scooters like the Ultron that I had. A lot of packaging there, and, well, there's a lot more assembly. Well, I just say a lot more assembly because most of the time with these scooters, it's put the handlebar in the stem, put the 2 screws on there, and you're pretty much good to go. On this one, you do have to assemble it a little bit more. It's not that difficult, though. And while a lot of this is sped up, you're about to see that thing being assembled in about 3 to 4 minutes. So let's do that, take a ride, and come back and give you my final impression. Now we're out here on a really bright day and I can still see the display. I don't know, can you see that? I can still see the display, just not as clearly as I could inside the house. So if we hit the power button one more time, we're gonna go to the next speed. So there we go, that's speed number 2 and speed number 3. And might as well turn the lights on, why not? All right, so we're in speed number 3. We're gonna take it down to 1 again, all right? And we'll try it out at that. Give it a little kick, and here we go. Hey, this thing's got a good kick to it. That's in first speed. There's only one brake lever on here. So we got the one brake lever, but that controls both brakes, the disc brake in the back and the electronic brake in the front. Man, this thing feels really stable and really nice. And that's in first gear, first speed. Let's see, we got 12 miles per hour. The stand on this, it feels really good. The deck on it is nice and wide, so that is nice. It's a very comfortable ride. Got a little bell right there. Let's just go to the next speed, speed number 2. Okay, let's slow down real quick. It almost felt like it was about to kind of peel out. That's kind of nice. It's got some power to it. Yeah. All right, I was able to get 18 miles per hour on second gear, which that's pretty good. Most of these scooters, I'm gonna turn around right here, a little less wind, but most of these scooters in second gear, you're not gonna be getting to 18 miles per hour, and it felt very stable. So let's just go up one more. Okay, now we're in third. Nice lift off. All right, we were at like almost 23 miles per hour and I still had room to go. I was full throttle though. So it takes a little while to get to that speed, but man, it's got some power. Let's try this. This is a nice long hill right here with a great view at the end of it. The brakes feel real good. Sometimes on these things, the brakes can feel a little bit jerky, but between that front electric brake and the back disc brake, it's very well balanced. It's not jerky at all. Feels very solid. And of course, these 10-inch inflatable wheels, they definitely cushion the ride a little bit. Now, starting off on a hill is always going to be difficult for a scooter. So this hill is going to be a little bit tough, but we'll see how it does. We're in third. Okay, so all right. I can feel that front motor just chugging. It's like, come on. Here we go. Not too bad at all. Wow. Okay. I have to say, I've ridden a lot of scooters that are in this, quote, class, but most of them, when you're getting to the top of a hill, you're kind of going, come on, just kind of pushing it along. This one, no problem. Okay, we'll try this hill. It's a little bit more subtle at the bottom, just about as steep at the top. I do like having one brake lever for both brakes. That's actually kind of nice. Takes away any kind of confusion or anything like that. So let's just keep it rolling here. Let's see, 14 miles per hour and still gaining uphill. We topped out at 14 miles per hour. Uphill though, that's pretty darn good. All right, I want to take this thing in the shade so you can see the display a little bit more. It actually has a little thing on the side here, on the right-hand side. When you give it acceleration, you see it gets all the way up like that. That's pretty cool. So it gives you an indication of what kind of acceleration you have. And then we've got signals on here. Got some more shade up here, hold on. I'll just drive it down here. Oh, and even when you hit your brake, you get a little thing on the display there in the center. Wish the display was just a little bit brighter. I mean, we're in the shade right now. I don't know how well you can see that, but so when you hit the brake, here's some shade. There you go. So you see that in the center. Okay, we're in 3rd speed right now, so let's go ahead and get rolling. Yeah, so you can see that that little meter on the side there goes up as you're picking up speed. Let's turn up here. Another hill. Gotta say, this thing does really good with hill climbing. Surprisingly good. Okay, this is not an off-road scooter, but why not? We'll try it on a little bit of just light off-roading, some gravel. And it does okay. I could go a lot further out here, but it's really not what this is for. And I like to be fair. Back on the asphalt, and we're golden. Okay, what you're about to see is I unknowingly put it into speed limiting mode, which you can do if you've got a child or something and you just don't want it to go to top speed. Well, you put that mode on, 3 clicks puts it in there, and 3 clicks takes it out. That was interesting. Now, I suppose I better read the manual, but here's the thing. Knowing that a lot of people will buy these things and not even read the manual, aside from how do I put it together, I do like to try to test them out just as somebody might. If they did not read the manual. Now, when I was going down that little hill back there, kind of slowed down on its own, so I don't know if that's a feature. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, right there, see? It slowed down. Maybe that's because I don't know. Or maybe with those multiple clicks that I did, wow, you heard that back brake was able to get the tire to skid a little bit there. That's pretty cool. So maybe by hitting this 3 times, 1, 2, 3, I did something to make it slow down like that. Let's see. Woo, right over that speed bump. See, it's not doing that now, so maybe that's a function. Let's see if it'll go up this hill. Whew, this is a steep one. Oh man, no problem. That's surprising right there. That's surprising. Brakes going down a hill like this, necessary. Hey Chuck. So that must have been something with that triple click, because now it's not slowing down like that. Woo! "23 miles per hour and a fast stop." That's pretty good. Yeah, this scooter surprised me. You know, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, you know, another Amazon scooter. It looks a little plasticky and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't when you see it in person. It actually looks kind of elegant. It's got a little bit of aesthetics to it, instead of just being like, here's your deck, here's your stem, here's your wheels, you know, that kind of thing. So they put a little bit of extra effort into that, and I can appreciate that. Now, this thing has way more features than you're going to find on probably 90% of the scooters that you're going to see, especially on Amazon. I mean, it's got turn signals with sound. You can see it on your display, and also it's going to reflect, of course, on the signals on the back. It's got a full lighting system. And really, this thing with the 10-inch wheels on there is very comfortable to ride. It does not have shock suspension, but those wheels, they're robust enough wheels that they handle just about everything I threw at them. As you even see, I took it off-road a little bit. The stem on this, or some people call it the rudder, you know, the thing that the handlebars go into, that has a double locking system on that, and it is very robust on the lock, so I'm secure with that. I don't feel like it's gonna undo itself. Acceleration on this thing is great, and the power overall is really good. I think the top speed that I got it to was over 24 miles per hour, and that's what they're saying, or 25 miles per hour on here. So I know I got at least 25 miles per hour on this, and I felt like I still had a little bit of you know, accelerator to go, a little bit more oomph. And that translates into climbing hills. Now, I don't know where you live, if it's all flat where you live, but we do have hills out here. And I've found that most of the scooters that are in its class, I say that because, you know, in that price range and feature set, but most of them that are in that class, when you get to the top of a hill, you're kind of like, ugh, you're kind of pushing it along, just get to the top of this. This thing doesn't do that at all, man. It just goes right up those hills. Very nice. The speed limiting thing kind of freaked me out. I was like, well, why is this thing slowing down on me all of a sudden? Did I break it? Did I do something wrong to it? But no, just 3 presses on that power button takes it out of that. But you can put it in that if, I don't know, say you've got your grandkids over, or your niece and your nephew over, or whatever age group you're in, and you've been riding it and they want, oh, come on, let me ride it. Well, you can put it in that speed limiting mode. At least that way you know that they're not going to be going as fast as you were. Really, my only complaint with this is the display is bright when you're inside. Outside, you know, you kind of got to look over. I feel like it could be a little bit brighter. I don't know if that's possible, but yeah. And the app and the Bluetooth on this thing adds extra functionality, and you can use anti-theft. You can turn off the kick push so you can make it 0 start and all of that. It's great. I just didn't show it on here because I already knew this video was going to be long and I wanted to get right to the basics. So there we go. If you really want the orange one, they've got a few of them. I think they say 3 of them left in stock on their website at $6.99. But if you go to Amazon and get one of the other colors, it's $4.99. So $533.74. total out the door. That's good. Now that's at least at the time of making this video. Sometimes those things change and somebody will come back and go, wow, you know, now they're charging this much for shipping. Well, I can't help that, man. That's what it is when I did the video, right? So that's the Caroma C1 for the price. It's a pretty fantastic little scooter and would be great for commutes or for school or whatever. Hey, I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions are always very important. So if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there and a notification bell. If you click both of those, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. I also have a thank you button down there. If you click that, you can toss me a couple of bucks, you know, $2 to $2,000, whatever you want to send. I'm joking with that, but no, seriously, it's not inexpensive to run these channels. So every little bit helps. I appreciate you. Mostly, I'm just happy that you're here, so thank you so much. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.